anxious attachment is really difficult for me to figure out right now. I've gained an insight over the past couple weeks. The deepest wound I have is this anxiety. And I think I can find traces of it from my childhood. Where did this come from? I remember fragmented memories of when this would come up. For example, when my parents were yelling at each other and I feel like, okay, the family's falling apart, I have to do something about it. How do I be the mediator? How do I do something so that my parents don't get separated? This came about as early as maybe 4 or 5 years old. So definitely, it's been a really deep wound. And my parents would fight, get better, and then fight again. And this kind of anxiety would come up throughout my childhood to maybe around when I was like a teenager. But at some point, I think instead of that anxiety, I replaced it with avoidance. So I used both anxiety and avoidance to control my outcome, something like that. So the insight here is really understand, where does this anxiety come from? What does it want? What is the need? What is this need that it wants to fulfill? And it's life or death. I mean, really, to 4 or 5-year-old me who didn't understand what life would look like if my parents separated, it was like, okay, life is over, right? It's crazy. That's kind of the anxiety. Now it makes perfect sense why my sister is so avoidant, because she had to deal with that her whole way. This is like huge trauma, too much, usually for kids to handle. So I don't want to blame myself. This anxiety lives within me and it's been there for 20 years. More. Maybe 25, because I'm 30 now. So if I had it at 5 years old, this underlying anxiety has been with me for 25 years. And then I had an avoidant layer that buried it, so it didn't come out to play. Lots of insight. You can only do this if you activate your deepest wounds like this. Definitely lesson learned. I feel relief and also some grief. But, well, what can you say? You live and you learn.